All right, today we're diving into a huge challenge in farming, but it's a part that's often totally overlooked. We're not talking about planting seeds or watching crops grow. Nope. We're talking about what happens after everything's been harvested. Because, that's where the real money is either made or lost. Okay, so put yourself in a farmer's shoes for a second. You've put in all this back-breaking work. The harvest is finally in, and man, that's gotta feel like a huge win, right? But here's the thing. The fight isn't over. Not even close. A whole new wave of risks pops up the moment those crops are out of the ground. This is that make or break moment where your profit is either locked in or it just disappears. And, for way too long, dealing with this whole post-harvest period has felt like, well, like a total gamble. I mean, the go-to tools were just pen and paper, logbooks, and sending someone in to manually check on things. And the problem with that? It creates these massive blind spots. If you can't see what's happening minute by minute, you're basically just flying blind and crossing your fingers. And this slide just lays it out so clearly, doesn't it? It's like two different universes. In one corner, you've got the old way, walking around, checking things by hand, a whole lot of guesswork, and just constantly worrying about spoilage. But in the other corner, imagine having eyes on everything, 24/7, making decisions based on actual data, not just a gut feeling, and having pinpoint control over every little thing. That's the game-changing shift we're getting into. So the big question is, how do you get from that world of guesswork to the world of precision? Well, there's a modern solution built for this exact problem, and it's called Actus ELENA. So what is this thing really? Well, at its heart, Actus ELENA is this super smart AI system that uses what's called the Internet of Things, IoT. Basically, it gives you a constant live look at everything that's going on, and it automates the controls for you. The goal here is simple, but it's a big one: slash waste and make more money. And what's really cool is just how flexible this system is. This isn't some one-size-fits-all deal. People are using it for all sorts of things. We're talking cold storage for potatoes and apples, ripening rooms for avocados and bananas, degreening citrus, even managing huge grain silos. It's designed to adapt to whatever you need it to do. I really like this mission statement because it gets right to the why behind all the tech. It brings it all back to the people doing the work. The whole point is to make sure that all that effort, all that sweat that goes into growing our food doesn't just go to waste sitting in a storage room. It's about turning that effort into real, actual value. Okay, so how does it actually deliver on that promise? The easiest way to think about it is like this. ELENA is your own personal AI assistant for your operations. And this assistant, it never sleeps. It's on the job 24/7. And it works in this really elegant 3-step cycle. First, it monitors. You've got sensors everywhere, gathering live data on everything: temperature, humidity, CO2, you name it. Then, second, it automates. The AI crunches all that data instantly and makes adjustments on the fly. Maybe it tweaks the temperature or kicks on the ventilation, and you don't have to do a thing. And finally, step 3, it notifies. You get alerts, you get reports, all sent straight to your phone, so you're always in the know no matter where you are. But this is where it gets really mind-blowing. All of that sophisticated technology behind the scenes is controlled in the most simple, intuitive way possible. You can literally just talk to it. Yeah, no coding degree required here. You can just tell it in plain English, hey, increase the temperature by 1 degree each day, or turn on the fans if the CO2 level goes above 3,000 parts per million. You can even say, send me a PDF report of all the rooms every single week. It's designed so that anyone can use it. It's just that intuitive. Okay. That all sounds amazing in theory, but does it actually work in the real world? Come on, for any business, it's all about the bottom line, the ROI. So let's get into the proof. Let's look at the numbers. So check this out. We've got a great real-world case study here. A company called Fuxa, and they used ELENA to manage their massive potato cold storage facilities. And the first result is just staggering. They managed to cut their waste by about 10%. Now, in farming, where profit margins can be razor thin, a 10% reduction, that's not just a small improvement, that's a total game changer. So what does that 10% actually mean in cold, hard cash? It meant more than $35,000 in savings. And get this, that wasn't over 5 years. That was in one single season. And believe it or not, that's not even the whole story.
That 35 grand doesn't even count all the extra savings they got from things like lower maintenance bills and using their labor more efficiently. The value just keeps piling up.
So when you step back and look at all this, what does it really mean for the future of farming? What's the real takeaway here?
It really comes down to 4 huge advantages. 1, you get to see everything in real time. 2, you get precision and consistency in your quality. 3, you cut down on your losses, big time. And 4, you get all this through automation, which means you and your team are freed up to focus on other important stuff.
Now, I know what you might be thinking. This sounds great, but it must be a nightmare to install. Actually, no. The whole system is designed to be plug and play. You can literally have it installed and up and running on your phone in just one morning. That removes a massive hurdle for anyone who's thinking about bringing in new tech. So let's just leave it with this thought. We've seen the tech, we've seen the numbers. The real question isn't just about the system itself, but what it could mean for your operation. What could you save if you had an intelligent eye watching over things 24/7? And beyond just saving, what new opportunities could you create?